The surcharge on your coffee is disappearing in October, and the banks are absolutely furious about it. From the 1st of October 2026, the Reserve Bank of Australia is banning surcharges on Visa, Mastercard and EFTPOS. That's official. Done. No more paying an extra 1.5% every time you tap. The RBA reckons this will save Australians about $1.6 billion a year. Roughly $60 per card user. $60. Now, before you get too excited, there's a catch, and it's a big one. Because the same rule change that removes your surcharge is also quietly cutting the revenue that funds your credit card rewards, your Qantas points, your Velocity points, your cashback, your free travel insurance. All of it is about to get a lot less generous. The banks have already said so, and history tells us exactly what happens when they say that. Let me give you some quick background on how this actually works, because most people have no idea. When you tap your credit card at a cafe, 3 things happen behind the scenes. The cafe's bank pays your bank an interchange fee, currently capped at 0.8% of the transaction for credit cards. That fee is the main source of funding for your rewards program. Your bank takes that money and uses it to give you points, cash back, lounge access, travel insurance, all that stuff. From October 1st, that interchange fee cap drops from 0.8% to 0.3%. That's a 62% cut in revenue. Now, the banks are not going to absorb that quietly. They never do. Back in 2017, the last time the RBA cut interchange fees, every major Australian bank slashed their credit card points earning rates almost immediately. Some by 30%, some by 50%. Some cut perks entirely. The RBA knows this will happen again. They've said so in their own report. They just think the benefit to consumers from removing surcharges outweighs the hit to rewards. You can agree with that or not, but either way, if you're holding a rewards card right now, you need to be paying attention. So let's break down exactly who wins and who loses from this. Who genuinely wins? If you pay cash or debit, you've been effectively subsidizing rewards cardholders for years through slightly higher prices. That stops now. Businesses can price more fairly. If you rarely use your card rewards, and let's be honest, most Australians don't actually redeem them, then $60 a year back in your pocket is a real win. If you're a small business, the interchange fee cut means your processing costs drop too. That's real money for a cafe or a tradie. Who gets hurt? Anyone who's been actively collecting Qantas or Velocity points through their credit card. The banks have already started moving. Amex sent emails to cardholders in March about changes to lounge access and travel partners. That's just the beginning. If you're paying $450 a year in annual fees on a premium rewards card, you need to sit down and do the maths before October, because the card you signed up for may not be the same card you'll be holding in November. The sneaky part nobody talks about. This ban covers Visa, Mastercard and EFTPOS. It does not cover American Express. Not yet anyway. The RBA is doing a separate review on Amex starting mid-2026. So there's a window right now where Amex rewards cards are temporarily looking more attractive than usual, because they're not losing interchange revenue at the same rate. That window probably closes within the next 12 to 18 months, but it's worth knowing about. Right, so what should you actually do about this? Step 1. Find out what you're actually getting from your current card. Pull up your last 12 months of statements. How many points did you earn? Did you actually use them? What's your annual fee? If you're paying $300 or more a year and not actively redeeming points for flights or travel, you're probably already losing money on that card. After October, it gets worse. Step 2. Understand what's changing on your specific card. Your bank is required to notify you of changes to your card's terms and conditions, but they'll bury it in a letter or email that looks like spam. Check your inbox for anything from your bank dated from March 2026 onwards. If you haven't heard anything yet, don't assume nothing's changed. Banks have until October to make the announcement. Most will do it at the last possible moment. Step 3. Consider whether a low-fee or no-fee card makes more sense now. Here's the reality. For a lot of Australians, the maths on rewards cards never actually added up, even before this change. The average Australian credit card balance is $3,346. If any of that's accruing interest at 18%, you're paying hundreds of dollars a year in interest charges that wipe out any points you earn. If that's your situation, a no annual fee, low interest card is almost certainly a better deal. There are cards available right now in Australia with purchase rates under 10%. That's half the average rate. Step 4. If you are a serious points collector, act before July. Banks typically restructure their programs a few months before a regulatory deadline. The 2017 cuts happened before the effective date, not after. If you're planning to do a big sign-up bonus offer or transfer points, do it before July, not October. Look, the surcharge ban is broadly a good thing. Nobody likes paying extra to use their own money. But if you're walking away from this thinking, great, I'm saving $60 a year, just make sure you check what you're losing on the other side of the ledger first. For some people, this change makes rewards cards much less worth it. For others, especially people who've been avoiding high-fee cards anyway, it's genuinely good news. Either way, now is the best time in years to review your credit card, because everything is shifting. And the people who review their cards before October will be in a much better position than the people who notice the change on their November statement. In the next video, I'll be going through the specific Australian cards I think are worth keeping after October, and the ones I'd be looking to cancel. Drop your card in the comments if you want me to include it in that analysis. I'll do my best to get through as many as I can. See you in the next one.